A Canada Nurse Job Guide. Chapter 1. A Canada Nurse Job Guide. Canada Nursing Job Websites 1. CMPS.ca, Canadian Medical Placement Service, lots of jobs here in Canada. CNA-nurses.ca, Canadian Nurses Association. The Canadian Nurses Association is a federation of 11 provincial and territorial nursing associations representing more than 115,000 registered nurses. Canadian-nurse.com, Canadian Nurse, many links and news on this site. ualberta.ca/tilde-p-10dr/jobs.html, Pat Lettender's links, useful for medical laboratory professionals. Nursingindex.com, the Canadian Nursing Index, comprehensive list of resources. Canada Nursing Job Websites 2. CNA-AIIC.ca, Canadian Nurses Association. CANAR.ca, Canadian Association for Nursing Research. CFMHN.ca, Canadian Federation of Mental Health Nurses. CAN.ca, Canadian Association of Schools of Nursing. Cano-acio.org, Canadian Association of Nurses in Oncology. Canada Nursing Job Websites 3. Jobs.nurse.com. Medical.careers.global. AmericanTraveler.com/Canadian-traveling-nurses. AmericanTraveler.com/international-nurse-jobs. CNA-AIIC.ca/n/job-volunteer-opportunities. CNA-AIIC.ca/n/job-volunteer-opportunities/jobs-abroad. DiscoverNursing.com/y-b-a-nurse. HealthyCareers.com/jobs-in-Canada. HealthyCareers.com/nursing-jobs-in-Canada. Jobs.ana.org/jobs. CanadianNurse.com. CareerJet.ca Canada Jobs. CICNews.com/2013/08/coming-nurse-process-082835.html. CICNews.com/2013/08/nurses-high-Canada-082809.html. CSC-SCC.gc.ca/careers/0030001-1301-ang.shtml. healthstaff.org/nursingjobscanada.html. healthstaffrecruitment.com.au/nursing-jobs-canada. Indeed.com/q-nurse-jobs.html. Indeed.com/q-nursing-jobs.html. Jobbank.gc.ca. jobiesjob.co.in Health Nurse. Monster.com/jobs/q-registered-nurse-jobs.aspx. Naukri.com/staff-nurse-jobs-in-Canada. npcanada.ca/jobs. npcanada.ca/jobs/jobs. nursevancouver.com/files_2/immigrating-to-canada.php. nursingcareers-canada.ca/Canadian-nurse-careers/index.html. simplyhired.com/search?q=nursing. workingnurse.com/articles/a-Canadian-nurse-in-the-USA. workopolis.com/jobsearch/nurse-jobs/Alberta-Canada. workopolis.com/jobsearch/nurse-jobs/Ontario-Canada. Canada Nursing Job Websites 4. CNA-AIIC.ca, Canadian Nurses Association. nursesunions.ca, Canadian Federation of Nurses Unions. allnurses.com/Canadian-nurses. annecy.on.ca/jobs.html, Aboriginal Nurses Association of Canada. asdna.org/job_listings.htm, Air and Surface Transport Nurses Association. brainhunter.com/careersite/cccn/careersite1.htm, Canadian Council of Cardiovascular Nurses. caapn.com/career_opportunities.htm, Canadian Association of Advanced Practice Nurses. caet.ca/careers.htm, Canadian Association for Enterostomal Therapy. campnurse.org/jobs/index.html, Association of Camp Nurses. canac.org/english/programs4.htm, Canadian Association of Nurses in AIDS Care. canadianrn.com/jobmart/newjobs.htm, Canadian RN. ken.ca/careers.html, Canadian Association of Neuroscience Nurses. kent.ca/career, Canadian Association of Nephrology Nurses and Technologists. cano-acio.org/n/jobposting/index.html, Canadian Association of Nurses in Oncology. careers2.hiredsk.net/viewjobs/?comp=CIHI, Canadian Institute for Health Information. can.ca/opportunity/career_opportunities.htm, Canadian Association of Schools of Nursing, Association Canadienne d'Écoles de Sciences Infirmières. cfmhn.net/app/dina-rea/view_article/2.html, Canadian Federation of Mental Health Nurses. cgna.net/employment/tabd/59/default.aspx, Canadian Gerontological Nursing Association. chpca.net/initiative/career_opportunities_bb.htm, Canadian Hospice Palliative Care Association. chsrf.ca/about/employ_e.php, Canadian Health Services Research Foundation. cma.ca/index.cfm/ci_id/43190/lot_id/1.htm, Canadian Medical Association. cna-aic.ca/cna/about/careers/default_e.aspx, Canadian Nurses Association. csgna.com/job_opportunity.htm, Canadian Society of Gastroenterology Nurses and Associates. forces.gc.ca/health/recruiting/ngraph/hs_career_e.asp?left1 3, Department of National Defense. hc-sc.gc.ca/aussie-asc/activeit/emp-low/index_e.html, Health Canada. hc-sc.gc.ca/fni-fnis-services/nis-infirm/empl/index_e.html, First Nations and Inuit Health Branch. health-care-jobs.advanceweb.com, Advanced News Magazine for Nurse Practitioners. health-ecareers.com/site_templates/ahon/index.asp?ahan_spld=ahan, Association of Women's Health, Obstetric and Neonatal Nurses, Canada, AOHAN Canada. health-ecareers.com/site_templates/amsn/index.asp?amsn=spld=amsn, Academy of Medical Surgical Nurses. ismp.org/joblines/default.asp, the Institute for Safe Medication Practices Canada. napnap.org/index.cfm?page=201, National Association of Pediatric Nurse Associates and Practitioners. npace.org/resources.asp?id=jobs, Nurse Practitioner Associates for Continuing Education of Advanced Practice Clinicians. npjobs.com, Nurse Practitioner Central. npwh.org/content.asp?content ID=422, National Association of Nurse Practitioners in Women's Health. ornac.ca/main.cfm $sid $115 NID $1775 ENID $1775 TID $0 F $1, Operating Room Nurses Association of Canada. von.ca/careers.asp, Victorian Order of Nurses for Canada. Canada Nursing Job Websites 5. anac.on.ca, Aboriginal Nurses Association of Canada. aiic.ca/n, Canadian Nurses Association. cnsa.ca, Canadian Nursing Students Association. rnao.org, Registered Nurses Association of Ontario. rpnow.org, Registered Practical Nurses Association of Ontario. npao.org, Nurse Practitioners Association of Ontario. ariournurse.com, London, on. cacn.ca, Canadian Association of Critical Care Nurses. canadianrn.com/jobmart/jobmart.htm, Nursing Jobs in Canada. canti.ca, Canadian Association of Nephrology Nurses and Technologists. canadian-nurse.com. healthcarehiring.ca, Canadian Healthcare Jobs and Careers. cdha.nshealth.ca, Nova Scotia Registered Nurses. cfmhn.org, Canadian Federation of Mental Health Nurses. cgna.net, Canadian Gerontological Nursing. chica.org, Community and Hospital Infection Control Association in Canada. china.ca, Canadian Intravenous Nurses Association. cjnr.mcgill.ca, Canadian Journal of Nursing Research. kona-nurse.org, Canadian Orthopedic Nurses Association. rnao.org, Registered Nurses Association of Ontario. cos.ca, Oncology Nursing. cos.ca/kino/index.html, Canadian Association of Nurses in Oncology. crnns.ca, 800-565-9744, Nova Scotia. antrade-et-prtage.ca, caregiving website run by Victorian Order of Nurses. iconicmedia.net/Canadian_nursing_jobs. langara.bc.ca/pub/nursing/vnc.htm. langara.bc.ca/vnc/jobs. ansnu.nsca, 800-149-1474, NS Nurses Union. nurse-recruiter.com/canadajobs.html. nurses.ab.ca. nursesformedicare.ca/default_e.aspx, Nurses for Medicare. nwood.ns.ca, Senior Home. oiaq.org. oiq.org, Quebec. was.on.ca/tilde/jnorris/parse/parse.html. ornac.ca, Operating Room Nurses. procareusa.com/Canadian-nurses. rnabc.bc.ca, Registered Nurses Association of BC. rnao.org, Registered Nurses Association of Ontario. srna.org, Saskatchewan Registered Nurses Association. sdfx.ca/distance nursing. umabinet.ab.umd.edu/schools/nursing. unb.ca/grad/chl/calendar/nursing.html. von.ca, 888 Von Care, Victorian Order of Nurses. Canada Nurses Association. Certification Program. 50 Driveway. Ottawa, on, Canada K2P1 × 10 squared. 613-237-2133. 800-361-8404. Fax, 613-237-3520. Certification at cna-aiic.ca. cna-nurses.ca. cna-aiic.ca. can-nurses.ca. Canadian Nurse Journal. 50 Driveway. Ottawa, on K2P1 times 10 squared. 613-237-2133. 800-361-8404. Canadian-nurse.com. Chapter 2. Canadian Nurses by Province. Canadian-universities.net/employment/nursing/index.html has job websites. I used this website to create this chapter, but I was lazy. I missed some nurse job websites. Alberta Nurse Info. College and Association of Registered Nurses of Alberta. 11,620, 168th Street. Edmonton of T5M4A6. 780-451-0043. Fax, 780-452-3276. Nurses.ab.ca. British Columbia Nurse Info. vch.ca/careers. College of Registered Nurses of British Columbia. 2855 Arbutus Street. Vancouver, BC V6J3Y8. 604-736-7331. Fax, 604-738-2272. crnbc.ca. Manitoba Nurse Info. College of Registered Nurses of Manitoba. 890 Pembina Highway. Winnipeg MBR3M2M8. 204-774-3477. Fax, 204-775-6052. crnm.mb.ca. New Brunswick Nurse Info. Nurses Association of New Brunswick. 165 Regent Street. Fredericton NBE3B7B4. 506-458-8731. Fax, 506-459-2838. nanb.nb.ca. Newfoundland and Labrador Nurse Info. Association of Registered Nurses of Newfoundland and Labrador. 55 Military Road. St. John's NLA 1C2C5. 709-753-6040. Fax, 709-753-4940. rnnl.nf.ca. Nova Scotia Nurse Info. College of Registered Nurses of Nova Scotia. Suite 600, Barrington Tower. 1894 Barrington Street. Halifax, Nova Scotia B3J2A8. 902-491-9744. Fax, 902-491-9510. crnns.ca. Ontario Nurse Info. College of Nurses of Ontario. 101 Davenport Road. Toronto on M5R3P1. 800-387-5526. 416-928-0900. Fax, 416-928-6507. cno@cnomail.org. Prince Edward Island Nurse Info. Association of Registered Nurses of Prince Edward Island. 53 Grafton Street. Charlottetown PECIA 1K8. 902-368-3764. Fax, 902-628-1430. anpei@pay.iban.com. Quebec Nurse Info. Ordre d'infirmières et infirmières du Québec. 4200, Boulevard Dorchester West. Montreal QCH3Z1V4. 514-935-2501. 800-363-6048. Fax, 514-935-1799. oiq.org. Saskatchewan Nurse Info. Saskatchewan Registered Nurses Association. 2066 Retalac Street. Regina 5KS4T7X5. 800-667-9945. 306-359-4600. 4200. Fax, 306-525-0849. srna.org. Northwest Territories Nurse Info. Registered Nurses Association of the Northwest Territories and Nunavut. Box 2757. Yellowknife NTX1A2R1. 867-873-2745. Fax, 867-873-2336. nwtrna@thege.ca. Yukon Nurse Info. Yukon Registered Nurses Association. 204, 4133 4th Avenue. Whitehorse YTY1A1H8. 867-667-4062. Fax, 867-668-5123. yrna@yknet.ca.